Hello, everyone, and good evening to you all. My name is Felton Parker. Today is Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. As always, each day is a wonderful day to be blessed by our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. And I sincerely hope you folks have a truly blessed and wonderful Tuesday. What I have for you guys in tonight's video is the list of all the National Day holidays from my National Day calendar segment. That includes my featured National Day holiday. Also, in tonight's video, I will have a recap from today's events from the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris, as well as a preview of what you will be seeing tomorrow. And also in my weather segment, I will let you all know exactly what we're expecting for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, the last half of this week, the upcoming weekend, and on to the start of next week. Question: will any rain or excessive heat impact this coming weekend's Human in Harmony Festival by 50 Cent? I'll have the answer to that question in a little while in my weather segment. But first, without further ado, let's get things started here on this Tuesday night. As I open up my National Day calendar segment, of course, today was National Root Beer Float Day. Excuse me. On this day, we celebrate National Root Beer Float Day to tell us to float a scoop of vanilla ice cream in an ice-cold mug of frothy root beer. The classic beverage creates a creamy treat loved by generations. Also known as the Black Cow, the root beer float got its start in Colorado in a mining camp. Frank J. Wisner of Cripple Creek, Colorado, gets the credit for inventing the Black Cow way back in August of 1893. One night, Wisner, owner of the Cripple Creek Cow Mountain Gold Mining Company, was staring out the window and thinking about the line of soda waters he was producing for the citizens of Cripple Creek when he came upon an idea. The full moon that night shined on the snow-capped Cow Mountain and reminded him of a scoop of vanilla ice cream. He hurried back to his bar and scooped a spoonful of ice cream into the children's favorite flavor of soda, Myers Avenue Red Root Beer. After trying, he liked it and served it the very next day. It was an immediate hit. Wisner named the new creation Black Cow Mountain, but the local children shortened the name to Black Cow. Since its inception, hundreds of thousands of root beer floats have been enjoyed around the country each day. Here's how to observe. Did y'all spend this very hot Tuesday by gathering up some root beer and ice cream, mix up the perfect root beer float? Enjoy root beer float over lunch or dinner at your favorite restaurant. Use hashtag root beer float day to post on social media and spread the word. If a root beer float is your favorite ice cream soda, National Ice Cream Soda is on June 20th. And of course, that was earlier this summer. So of course, this day could be enjoyed twice. So, and now, too bad you will not find an A&W drive-in anywhere here in Shreveport or Bossier. But I would suggest you get some A&W root beer or bars or mug root beer, whatever your root beer choice is, and some ice cream, and make yourself some homemade root beer float. Or you could have driven up at Sonic or any place that have root beer floats, or a particular hamburger place. So don't hamburgers and root beer floats go hand in hand. So it was about the root beer float on this Tuesday. So if you're a fan, if you good. Yeah. I'm not an actual root beer drinker, but I believe that as a child I did drink root beer once. So actually, in history, I read up on some history of Shreveport. Shreveport actually did have some A&W drive-ins. I believe it was sometime back in the 1960s and 70s and probably the early 80s, but they have since then disappeared. Of course, you're not going to find an A&W drive-in here in Shreveport, and on behalf of the root beer float. So root beer and ice cream go hand in hamburgers, hot dogs, root beer, and ice cream. They all go hand in hand. The perfect summer treat. Even though school is about to get ready to start. So that was my featured National Day calendar holiday here on this Tuesday night. And I bet A&W is still popular. I bet A&W, I bet root beer floats are still popular at A&W drive-ins, especially those that are still in existence. Excuse me. Not only was today National Root Beer Float Day, today was also National Social Engineering Day, National Fresh Breath Day, National Wiggle Your Toes Day. Also today was National Night Out Day. But our National Night Out years ago would be the first Tuesday in August. It is our National Night Out is now the first Tuesday in October. And of course this year, if I'm not mistaken, it is October 1st. So that is what we've celebrated here on this Tuesday with concerning National Day holidays. And by the way, Tracy, how was your day today? And now I'm gonna give you guys my night recap from the 2024 Summer Olympics in Paris. Even though we're only a few days away we're less than a week from the closing ceremony. And here's where we stand so far. Way to go, Team USA. So the US is leading all the way. Gets the most number of medals. We since when was the last time we've had Team USA? So I've been representing Team USA in the 2024 Summer Olympics. 24 gold medals, 31 silver medals, 31 bronze medals, altogether, as of today, a total of 86 gold medals. Runners-up are China and France, the host country. So way to go, Team USA. And if I don't make it out to Human Harmony this weekend, then I will be tuning into the Olympics. Well, I'm glad you had a nice visit to Connecticut, and I'm so happy, Trace, that you found it back home. I'll bet Connecticut was nice. You're back to our heat and humidity, and with our temperatures nearing 100 degrees. We actually had 100 degrees here in Shreveport yesterday. I believe today we hit 99. So the following event competitions from today had taken place. Artistic swimming aquatics, water polo aquatics, basketball, sprint canoeing, field hockey, football, handball, sailing, sport climbing, and table tennis, volleyball, and beach volleyball. And the following gold medal events had taken place earlier today. One gold medal event for diving aquatics. 5 gold medal events, 5 for athletics. 1 for boxing, 1 for track cycling, 1 for equestrian jumping, 1 for skateboarding, and also there were 3 for wrestling. So those are the following events, and let's see who represented Team USA today in the earlier today in the Olympics. So in the men's 1500 meter athletics, and who are the competitors from Team USA in today's Olympics? We had Team USA. We've had in the men's 1500 meter athletics, Cole Hocker. Also, we had Yared Nagase. And we had in the women's 200 meter athletics, we've had Gabrielle Thomas versus Brittany Brown. Also, in the women's hammer throw athletics, Annette Echikungwoke. Kind of tough to pronounce that. And also, in the women's freestyle 68 kilogram wrestling, freestyle wrestling was Amit Elor. Also from in Team USA. So tomorrow, events so that was today's events in day 11 of the 2024 Summer Olympics. Tomorrow will be day 12 with the team artistic swimming, men's 400 meter, men's 200 meter steeplechase, men's discus throw marathon, mixed walk relay, women's pole vault athletics, men's 80 kilogram boxing, women's 63.5 kilogram boxing, men's and women's team pursuit cycling, 470, 470 knocker 17 ILCA 6 and 7 sailing, men's park skateboarding, women's speed sport climbing, men's 58 kilogram taekwondo, women's 49 kilogram taekwondo, men's 61 kilogram weightlifting, women's 49 kilogram weightlifting, men's Greco-Roman 77 kilogram wrestling, also men's Greco-Roman 97 kilogram wrestling, and women's freestyle 50 kilogram wrestling. Those are the following events that are set to take place tomorrow in day 12 of the 2024 Summer Olympics when you tune in. So the Summer Olympics are a few days, so only less than a week away from the closing ceremony, which is this Sunday, coming Sunday, March 11th. Now Shreveport is only just a couple days away, less than a couple days away from the 2024 Humor and Harmony Festival that is set to take place this coming Thursday through Sunday. So, and now I'll have more on this in detail. I'm going to have a little bit detail on this tonight, and I have more of this on detail again in my Facebook Live video tomorrow night. The following, so the events begin at 5:30 tomorrow. I'm sorry, 5:30 p.m. Thursday. From 5:30 p.m. until 10 p.m. It's the comedy show that it begins Thursday evening at Thursday evening, and it starts at 5:30 p.m. Thursday evening. At 5:30 p.m. it's the comedy show at Municipal Auditorium in the G Dome, the simulcast, and also be the after party hosted by 50 Cent. G Dome doors at 11. It begins from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. Those are the following events that are set to take place on Thursday. On Friday, the first of the events will start at 5 p.m. The 55th Jumpy Park, free for school kids and military. It's going to be at the Festival Plaza. Also from 4 to 6 p.m. Actually, the first event takes place at 4 p.m. Friday afternoon. It's the XXL New Talent Showcase. It's going to be at Bally's. The celebrity basketball game takes place at Friday evening at 5:30 p.m. at Stageworks. And also, inside the simulcast will be at the G Dome. And also Friday night from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. is the after party. Now Saturday, from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. is the 55th at Festival Plaza. Noon to 6 will be the car show. Also, the Doors R&B show on Saturday, 5:30 to 10 p.m. is our R&B show simulcast. And the first R&B show and the second R&B show will begin at 6 p.m., 9 to 10 p.m. The venue turnover in the And then the second R&B show will take place from 10:30 p.m. until 1 a.m. And of course, it's after party from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. on Saturday. On Sunday, the final day will be the 55th Festival Plaza from noon to 5. Noon to 6 is the car show at the Convention Center. Sam's Town Pool from 11 a.m. to 7 p.m. And from 7 p.m. to 2 a.m. it's the all-white after party hosted by Lorenz Tate, the G-Dome. So, I'll have more on the events day by day. That's a brief preview of what to expect. So, I'll have more on this tomorrow night. What to expect for 50 Cent's Human in Harmony Festival weekend that's set to take place at scattered locations across downtown Shreveport. So will you be attending? And also Thursday is now I've been saying all along that the first day of school for Bossier Parish students was on tomorrow, but it is actually on Thursday. So first day of school for both Bossier and Cattle Parish students is actually this Thursday, August 8th. For both Bossier and Cattle Parish students. So when the kicks get out, it'll be time to have some fun. So the upcoming Human Harmony Festival is set to take place this coming Thursday through Sunday. I'll have a lot more on it tomorrow in tomorrow night's video. So please stay tuned for the latest details. And now I'm gonna go on with your weather here. What to expect for tomorrow and the rest of this week. So again, excuse me. We have the Human in Harmony Festival. I'm sorry, I take that back. But again, we have another heat advisory that goes into effect across basically all of the region that is set to take place from noon until 8 p.m. We have a heat advisory that's in effect all across the 4-state region for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. We have the Human in Harmony Festival. I don't know. I went back to saying Human Harmony Fest. I was thinking about 50 Cent's event, and of course I know that's not weather related. But again, we have a heat advisory, so we still have excessive heat and perhaps high humidity on the way for tomorrow. So summer definitely in full swing, and of course the hot and dry conditions are not seeming to let up anytime soon. Excuse me. So we have a heat advisory, and that's in effect for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, August 7th. It will take place from noon until 8 p.m. Heat index values up to 109 degrees are expected. Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses. So a heat advisory is now in effect for the entire 4-state region for tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Look for afternoon heat indices to climb as high as 109 degrees. If outdoor activities are planned, take extra precautions. So again, a heat advisory is in effect for tomorrow, which is Wednesday, from noon through 8 p.m. That's Wednesday afternoon through Wednesday evening. Heat advisory is in effect from noon to 8 p.m. tomorrow, which is Wednesday. Heat index values up to 109 degrees are expected. Hot temperatures and high humidity may cause heat illnesses. Drink plenty of fluid, stay in an air-conditioned room, stay out of the sun, and check up on relatives and neighbors. Take extra precautions when outside. Wear lightweight and loose-fitting clothing. Try to limit strenuous activities to early morning or evening. Take action when you see symptoms of heat exhaustion and heat stroke. So, the heat advisory is now expanded to include all of the region, the entire 4-state region, not just parts of the region like what we saw earlier today. This heat advisory now includes all of the area. Is under heat advisory from noon until 8 p.m. and perhaps we're not seeing anything on the Shreveport radar as far as any shower thunderstorm activity is concerned. So we're not seeing any rain. So that's leaving us with very dry conditions here on this Tuesday night. And of course, also it's basically quiet across a good portion of the South, with a few small clusters of showers along the I want to say that's Brownsville, St. Padre Island, Texas, Brownsville, St. Padre Island. Also, there's another small cluster along the portions of the Louisiana Gulf Coast. I like to say is that New Iberia? I'm not sure where. And also there's another small pocket coming from portions of northeastern Kentucky into Ohio. And also what you're seeing, looking facing to the right, is that in portions of northern Florida and northeastern Florida and Georgia and South Carolina, it's the remnants of Tropical Storm Debbie. So we have the remnants of Debbie, which is causing very massive flooding across a good portion of the southeastern U.S. and the mid-Atlantic states. And so we need to pray for our condolences, family and friends that are being, our loved ones that are being affected by Debbie. And I have the video on Debbie just shortly. So there you see we now have Tropical Storm Debbie, which is centered across a portion of, is that near Savannah, Georgia. And of course we have this ridge of high pressure beneath along the Caribbean. That's what's that's Debbie's path. And also have another ridge of high pressure parked over west central Texas, as well as northwestern Arkansas. And that's the stationary ground that's going to lower humidity. Maybe, and there's good indications that we could see slightly that high temperatures within the next few days may be lowered by just a few degrees. I definitely would like that it had been some lower humidity. Because it is August, so that it would be nice to have a high temperature in the low 90s with lots of sunshine instead of seeing temperatures nearing or surpassing 100. And of course, we've had another day of sunshine along with a few clouds. It's been so we've actually had a bit more sunshine compared to what we saw yesterday. With we've had a bit more sunshine than we did yesterday. Once again, it turned out to be a rather hot and humid day. Actually, even though we have a heat advisory, but the actual heat indices, the heat indices did not rise anywhere above 105. So the hottest it's been is 104. But you notice how hot it was today, even though heat index values stayed like in the lower to mid 100s. But it certainly it certainly was another dry and hot day for us. The actual high temperature in Shreveport was 99. We didn't quite hit 100 here in Shreveport, but it was hot. And of course, we were close to. We were close to reaching the century mark. Now we did hit the century mark yesterday in Shreveport. That would be the 6th time we saw triple digits this year. But today we just kind of mainly stayed mostly in the upper 90s. Our high was like 98. I want to say our high was like our high temperature in Shreveport was 99 degrees. But we almost hit 100. And it looks like we could very easily surpass 100 tomorrow going into your Wednesday. And I'll let you guys know if we're ever going to see any changes anytime soon. So right now here on this Tuesday night, we're seeing a temperature of 82 degrees with clear skies. Humidity is 70%. Dew point is 72 degrees. We have a temperature here on this Tuesday night with a temperature of 82 degrees. With a southwest wind at 5 miles per hour. Humidity is 70%. Dew point is 72 degrees. That's what gives a feels like temperature. The heat index of 86 degrees. So it's a little warm and muggy as what you normally would expect on a summer night. With the mugginess. And again, we have a heat advisory. Like I was telling you guys just not too long ago, that we do have a heat advisory that goes into effect from noon until 8 p.m. tomorrow. And of course, you all know what to do. So remember to drink plenty of fluids, stay in air-conditioned rooms, stay out of the sun, check up on relatives and neighbors. That means limit your time outdoors. If you must get outside anytime, if you must spend time outside, the best times for outdoor chores, the best times recommendable going outside will be early in the morning before during sunrise or later in the evening during and after sunset. Because we have another day of scorching heat on the way. So please limit your time outdoors and remember to take frequent breaks and drink plenty of fluids. Most importantly, drink lots of water, stay cool and stay hydrated, and stay out of the sun. Limit your time outdoors as much as possible when it comes to dangerously hot temperatures. And now here's the very latest on. I'm going to give you guys another update on The latest update on hurricane, on the very latest on Tropical Storm Debbie. So here's the very latest on Hurricane Debbie. It is actually, so it was most recently a tropical storm. So of course, here's an image here from Wikipedia about Hurricane Debbie making landfall in Florida at peak intensity early Monday morning, August 5th. Excuse me. Of course, also here are some images that I see here from Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, with the heavy rains that was being associated with Debbie. Now here's the latest impacts from Debbie in the United States. Amtrak modified the schedules for the Silver Service in Palmetto from August 6th through the 8th and canceled today's and tomorrow's runs of the auto train due to the storm. So again, Hurricane Debbie is currently an active tropical cyclone that is impacting Georgia and the Carolinas after impacting Cuba and Florida. The fourth named storm and second hurricane of the 2024 Atlantic hurricane season, Debbie developed from a tropical wave that was first noted by the National Hurricane Center on July 26. After causing Greater Antilles, the system began to organize over Cuba and was designated as a potential tropical cyclone just last Friday. After exiting off the southern coast of Cuba, the disturbance organized into a tropical depression early Saturday morning, August 3rd. Later that same day, it became a tropical storm being named Debbie. It would intensify into a Category 1 hurricane before making landfall near Steinachie, Florida, and similar to where Hurricane Idalia made landfall just a year earlier in 2023. So here's the latest on. So Debbie is still so Debbie right now, presently, Debbie is a slow-moving tropical storm. And of course, here's the very latest with Debbie here, as my tablet shows. Currently, Tropical Storm Debbie is located approximately 50 miles from Savannah, Georgia, off the coast of. So currently, Tropical Storm Debbie is located approximately 50 miles from Savannah, Georgia. Maximum sustained winds are 40 miles per hour with gusts up to 50 miles per hour. And the movement is at east at 5 miles per hour. It's a slow-moving system. That's why they're seeing lots of the heavy rains, and the barometric pressure from this is at 29.41 inches of mercury. So that is the very latest with what that's been associated with Tropical Storm Debbie. And I will keep you guys informed. And also, we could be watching a potential tropical wave that could be affecting portions of the Western Caribbean into portions of Mexico. So we currently have Debbie active as a tropical storm, and other than Debbie and another potential possible disturbance along the Western Caribbean into Mexico, we actually do, and the tropics are quiet, and of course that's that's why we're seeing the continuation of the Saharan dust lingering around. But of course, during the month of August, it is essentially important. It's essentially extremely important that I keep you guys updated on a daily basis of what what is happening in the tropics, and Could any of these storms make landfall? Could any of these storms make landfall? So far, every storm so far this season, each of the 4 storms has made landfall somewhere along the U.S. Alberto, Beryl, Chris, Debbie, and now Debbie. So the next named storm that is likely to form the next tropical wave over the Western Caribbean into Mexico could likely receive the name Ernesto. So Ernesto will be the next named storm on this year's list of hurricane names. Now, excuse me. Let's talk about your weather. Let's come back and talk about your weather. What our weather is going to be doing here locally. So, no need to worry with the tropical system tonight, but it would certainly be nice for us to use a little rain to help cool things down. Instead, we're going to see scorching hot temperatures. So tonight with clear skies, we should bottom out at 74 degrees. So tonight, skies will be clear with the temperature of 74 degrees. We have clear skies tonight, the low temperature 74 degrees. We have a west-southwest wind at 4 miles per hour. And we're not expecting any rain. Tomorrow, going to your Wednesday, of course, it's going to be a very hot day for us. So far, the hottest temperature we've seen here in Shreveport is 101, and we have reached that twice this summer. Looks like tomorrow, if not sooner, it looks like tomorrow we will most likely have our hottest day of the year as we top it at 104 degrees. So tomorrow's gonna be tomorrow going into your Wednesday. It's gonna be a hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. Dangerous heat is expected. So you all, and of course, we have the heat advisory that goes into effect tomorrow from noon until 8 p.m. So that is when you would need to you will want to try to avoid being outside. So we know that the first day of school will be happening here in a couple of days, and also tomorrow is known as tomorrow for the first days for the final day of students being out on summer vacation. So it's gonna be a hot day for us tomorrow going into your Wednesday at the high temperature of 104. It's gonna be a hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. Dangerous heat is expected. High temperature 104. If we hit 104, that will be the hottest we've seen since early last September. And also that will be the hottest temperature we've seen all this year. That would be so tomorrow's likely we could likely have our hottest day of the year. And I'll explain. It looks like good news from there that the next few days after tomorrow may not be quite as hot. Because I did tell you guys that I believe I posted the night before last that we've had 7 straight days of triple digits, and of course I know, but so far this year we've had 6 days of triple digits. We didn't quite get there today, but tomorrow morning likely we will get there. High temperature 104. We have a west-northwest wind and 6 miles per hour, and no rain is expected. So if you plan on being outside tomorrow, please take it easy. Use extreme caution if you have to be outside at any time during the day tomorrow, going into your Wednesday. And of course, we're expecting skies to remain clear overnight tonight with temperatures falling through the mid to upper 70s, close to around 80. We will begin tomorrow morning at 6 a.m. to temperature 74 degrees with clear skies. Around 9 a.m. tomorrow, we should be at 86 degrees with sunshine. So don't forget the sunglasses and sunscreen. Don't forget that cold bottle or thermos of cold ice water and keep you cool, especially if you're going to be spending time outside during the day. So again, tomorrow we will start the day off tomorrow with clear skies, temperature of 74 degrees. 9 a.m. tomorrow with sunshine, we should be at 86 degrees. Noon tomorrow with sunshine, we should be up to 97 degrees. These temperatures are going to be skyrocketing during the day tomorrow. Around 3 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, 100 with sunshine, we should be up to 104. If we hit 104, that will likely be that is going to be the hottest temperature we've seen so far all this year. We should be at 101 around 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. So even early tomorrow evening, you'll probably still need to avoid being outside. But 9 p.m. tomorrow night with clear skies, we should be at 90 degrees. So we're expecting a day of wall-to-wall sunshine, but it's gonna be a scorching hot day tomorrow as we move on into your Wednesday. Scorching hot day. In fact, tomorrow could be and I'm about to explain. Tomorrow could be our hottest day of not only is tomorrow could likely be the hottest temperature we've seen so far, not only this summer, but not only all this summer, but also all of this entire year. So far, the hottest temperature we've seen is 101, and we last hit that here in Shreveport back on July 3rd. That was just well over a month ago, and we've hit it one other time back in late June, on June 24th. So here's what the next 7 to 10 days are looking like. After low temperature night, 74 degrees with clear skies. Tomorrow, it's gonna be a scorching hot day with plenty of sunshine, but dangerous heat. So heat will be dangerous. So please limit your time. If you have to be outside, stay indoors, stay under the air conditioning, and stay under the AC, and drink plenty of fluids. Most importantly, drink lots of water to stay cool and hydrated. So tomorrow is most likely going to be the hottest day, our hottest day of the year so far, with the high of 104, low of 76, heat index 111. So that's likely excessive heat warning criteria. So let's hope the heat index doesn't get as high as. Well, that's like the excessive heat warning criteria, but but we still have a heat advisory in effect. So it's gonna be a scorching hot day tomorrow. So high temperature tomorrow, high of 104, low of 76. So it's gonna be a it's gonna be a hot day for us with dangerous heat on the way. High of 104, low of 76. Heat index 111. We have west-northwest winds from the west-northwest at 6 miles per hour, and no rain's expected. So dry pattern continues. Now Thursday, not only is Thursday the first day of school for Bossier and Caddo Parish students, Thursday is also the first day of the 50 Cent's Human in Harmony Festival happening in downtown Shreveport Thursday. It's gonna be a hot day, but not nearly as hot as it's going to be tomorrow. It's going to be another hot day for us with plenty of sunshine. So please use extreme caution if you're going to be outside for an extended period of time, especially if you're going to be participating in the first evening of the festivities. That's the comedy show. So Thursdays with the high of 100, low of 74. Winds will be from the north at 8 miles with the feels like temperature heat index of 106. Winds will be from the north at 8 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain for your Thursday. Now for your Friday, of course we'll kind of ease off on the triple digits, which is actually good news. But still, it's gonna be a hot day for us. So it's gonna be another hot day for us with mostly sunny skies. Use extreme caution if you must be outside for an extended period of time. With the high of 99, low of 78. Winds will be from the east-southeast at 9 miles per hour. But heat index of 102. And of course, we're not expecting any rain. So that means we're basically going to remain completely dry through the end of the week. Of course, Saturday it's going to be a mostly sunny and we'll start the weekend off with very warm with mostly sunny skies. High 97, low of 75. Winds will be from the east at 8 miles per hour, and we're not expecting any rain. That's set up for your Thursday. I'm sorry for your. I keep getting the days mixed up. Going for your Saturday. That would be the third day of Human Harmony. Going for your Saturday. High of 97, low of 75. Winds will be from the east at 8 miles per hour, and I have a 10% chance of rain, not more than 10%. So the upcoming weekend shall remain dry. Sunday, well, with mostly sunny skies. High of 92, low of 74. I mean, that's a lot better than 104. But so Sunday, Of course, we can see below normal temperatures for a change. High of 92, low of 74. That would be nice. As we wrap up the weekend with an east southeast wind at 7 miles per hour, chance of rain not more than 10%. Monday, as we start next week, we return to hot weather, mostly sunny and hot. High of 98, low of 80. Heat index 108. We have a west southwest wind at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain not more than 10%. And then going into your Tuesday of next week, a week from today, that will be next Tuesday the 13th. It will be a hot day for us with mostly sunny skies. High of 103, low of 79. Heat index 111. Winds from the west northwest at 7 miles per hour. Chance of rain 10%. It looks like that we could finally shave off the triple digits and keep our highs mostly in the mid to upper 90s for next Wednesday the 14th. With mostly sunny skies with highs in the upper 90s, no rains expected. Thursday the 15th, that's Wednesday the 14th, with mostly sunny skies, highs in the upper 90s, no rains expected. Thursday the 15th, highs will be in the mid 90s with mostly sunny skies, no rain expected. And then with mostly sunny, partly cloudy skies for next Friday the 16th, we have highs in the upper 90s, chance of rain not more than 10%. So we're still keeping things hot and dry. Now 10% rain chance those 10% rain chances that I have in the forecast for the weekend into early next week, we may squeeze out a brief shower or two depending on humidity levels. That's depending on the front, but nonetheless, it's not going to do anything much. And of course, we're not expecting anything measurable over the next 7 to 10 days. So that leaves us on a hot and dry pattern. That's August for you. When we dry out, we heat up, and it'd be hard for us to find any rain unless it's been associated with the northwest flow like we've had a couple weeks ago, keeping daytime high temperatures cool with clouds present each day. That would be nice. That would be nice for us to get that pattern back. What we had during that last week of July, just last week of July within the past couple of weeks. That would be nice for us to get that pattern back. But unfortunately, that's just not going to happen. But also, if you have a rare cold front or a tropical disturbance such as what folks across the East Coast are dealing with out in the aftermath of Debbie. So next several days is going to be hot and dry, so take it easy, take frequent breaks, drink lots of water, and check up on relatives and check up on friends, relatives, and neighbors to make sure they're keeping cool and trying to stay hydrated. So the temperature. So we'll have highs in the triple. It looks like tomorrow easily. Good evening, Lisa. My day was fantastic. It was a hot one, but it was fantastic. Thanks for checking in with me. Looks like tomorrow, fortunately, easily for the remainder of the week, tomorrow is going to be the hottest. So if you do not like it as hot as tomorrow, then I have some sort of good news for you. But unfortunately, it's not going to be all that cool. So it's not going to be overly cool. You probably have to wait until the weekend for that. But anyway, tomorrow we'll have highs in the low to mid 100s. We'll have highs in the triple digits both tomorrow and Thursday. Tomorrow being the hottest of the next several days. And then Friday through Monday we'll have highs easing in the 90s, which is something we all would like. So we'll have highs in the upper 90s for Friday. So I'll go on with your actual high temperatures day by day. 104 tomorrow, 100 Thursday. We'll have highs in the triple digits both tomorrow and Thursday. Then we'll settle in with highs in the upper 90s for both Friday and Saturday. And then Sunday we'll have highs in the lower 90s, which is actually a few degrees below normal. Sunday's forecast high of 92. We definitely would love to see that. But temperatures will be on the rise again as we get into early next week with the ridge of high pressure centering back over our region again with the high of 98 by highs in the upper 90s by Monday, and then we're back in the triple digits by Tuesday of next week. Maybe some more relief by late next week. After, of course, we're back in the triple digits by next Tuesday. So it's been a hot one for the last half of the week into the upcoming weekend, but and try to enjoy that because triple digits could be on the return by early next week. And of course, with the feels like temperatures, the heat index, but it's actually going to feel like over the next several days. 111 tomorrow, which is Wednesday, 106 Thursday, 102 both Friday and Saturday. These are the heat index of what's actually going to feel like the next few days, not the actual air temperatures. Heat index only 98 by Monday, 108 Tuesday, 98 by Sunday, 108 by Monday, 111 by next Tuesday. So, again, keep in mind the heat advisory is in effect from noon until 8 p.m. tomorrow. And also rain chances. Rain chances, we're not expecting any. So, all the way through Friday, we're going to be completely dry. I have 10% rain chances from Saturday through Tuesday of next week. So, basically, over the next several days, we're not looking for any rain. So nothing measurable is on the way. So maybe we could see a slight pattern change as we go into the second half of August. Because as of right now, the next 7 to 10 days are looking totally dry and rain free. So it's gonna be the regions of high pressure that's being parking over our center of the region is what's going to help keep things totally hot and dry without any significant weather coming through our way other than the heat. So tomorrow high of 104. Fortune that is not a record. That's going to be the hottest we'll see over the next 7 to 10 days. And of course, after Thursday, we do not reach triple digits again until Tuesday of next week. So remember, try to stay cool and try to stay hydrated. And the same message goes for those kids that's about to enter a new school year. And in the coming days, for those of you, of course, some school districts have started that class earlier today. Congrats to all. Congrats to all. Congrats to all the students that's about to begin a new school year. Praying for the parents, teachers, and students as this new school year is about to become underway. It's about to get ready to start. So, totally summer-like pattern. Looking forward to Sunday with the high of only 92. That would be nice for us to see a break from the heat in triple digits. But unfortunately, no major rain chances are on the way. And also tomorrow night, I will keep you guys very up to date with the latest with the Human Harmony Festival, which starts this Thursday, the last of the weekend. I'll also have, of course, the very latest on Tropical Storm Debbie that's impacting parts of the East Coast, and also have the very latest on our ongoing hot and dry conditions. Maybe not as hot by the time we get towards the weekend. I'll keep you guys updated. So, and nothing major on the way as far as rain. That's all the time that I have for you guys here on this Tuesday night. Once again, my name is Felton Parker. I'm officially signing off. You guys have a good night. Sleep peacefully. Take care of yourselves and each other. Most of all, remain blessed and stay safe. Thank you.